Hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Ironclad run. On this channel, I upload my recorded wins with some commentary and some general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. So a little bit of a treat, perhaps, today. I have a run from about 2 months ago that I seem to have either forgotten about or just not gotten around to commentating yet. You can even see my name is still my old name at the very top left. And I just changed that to make it more obviously me. But yeah, that was my name for a while. I just forgot about that. And so yeah, should be interesting. Normally when I'm recording commentary on my runs, they're a bit more fresh in the mind. And so will be interesting to go back and see if I still agree with past me's decisions. Even after all this time. Starting off strong against the slimes. Only took one. And oof, took some damage there. That's fine though. And we did start with the 99 gold for 2 removes. That's a great whale bonus. Looks like a headbutt, yep. Headbutt is a premium attack common, offering some deck manipulation and a strike plus worth of damage. Definitely not going to say no to that. And taking 6 here is a little bit questionable. Could have played defend, but just trying to make sure I kill it on this next turn here. Fair enough. And Shrug is here. Definitely better than the other 2 cards here, yep. So happy with my decisions so far, other than the possibly mistake of Bash and Headbutt. And find Warped Tongs. Oh, and quickly, there's a shop here that's very sad. I have no gold. And we get a remove all curses. I've still only ever seen that event a single digit number of times in my life, after thousands of hours. It's very rare. You have to have a removable curse in your deck to even find it, of course, so it's pretty unusual. And then we upgrade a Bash for some more damage. Unsure if that's correct, but we have the Warp Tongs now, which says at the start of our turn, upgrade a random unupgraded card in your hand. So that helps a lot with upgrading all of our cards. Take a Fire Breathing. We have a Slime Boss Act, so whenever we draw any of those slimes that it likes to shuffle into our deck, we will do 6 damage. An excellent card against Slime Boss in particular, and we picked it for only that reason. And look at this Shrug go, man. Wow. This very hard, usually, fight is getting completely carried by Warp Tongs plus Shrug it off. Blocking for quite a lot here. And making it out with full health. It's very cool. And it's Inflame versus Absolute Trash. Inflame, as I recently explained on my over-explained run that I've uploaded for the first time, is a card that's overvalued very easily, unless you have the cards that love strength, like any multi-hit attack, Pummel or Sword Boomerang, then the Inflame is not doing a whole lot. And I find a Anvil thing, upgrades 2 random attacks in your deck, a pretty mid relic. But not bad, of course. And it's between Inflame Strike Plus or Strike Plus Strike. And I'm not sure which one's correct here, but playing the Inflame prevents you from being able to draw it next turn, and I needed to draw a second strike there, so perhaps it maths out to be correct. Either way, we got there. Pretty good Gremlin fight. Decided to skip those cards. Playing very fast, past me here, so trying to keep up here. I upgraded Fire Breathing for Slime Boss. That is not necessary and pretty bad. And also Sentries hate Fire Breathing. Fire Breathing is very good against Sentries. But yeah, there was no need to upgrade the Fire Breathing. Just unupgraded Fire Breathing in the fights where it's good is already plenty of damage. Could have upgraded a better card that will continue to be useful for me even outside of Act 1 here. Should have let that go off, probably. Doesn't matter though. Find a gambling chip. At the start of each combat, we may choose to discard any number of cards in our hand, and then we'll draw that many cards. An excellent relic. Basically giving us a mulligan. Take a shockwave. Excellent way to apply debuffs to our enemies. I have exact gold for Flash of Steel card remove. It's fascinating, so I do that. Flash of Steel is a solid attack, and it also allows you to possibly go infinite later if you find a dual wield or a drop kick. Just play infinite copies of those and kill your opponents that way. I choose to keep this entire hand. Don't want to accidentally draw more good attacks if I'm choosing to spend all my energy already anyway, so the defends were actually bad there, of course, but that's why I kept them instead of drawing more cards. And I decided to just rip the potion here. Probably didn't need to do that, but past me wanted to do it. Find a feed and a pantograph, so we're going into Slime Boss with 100 health, basically. And once again, I just want to inflame Shockwave, so I don't want to draw my Fire Breathing by accident and then not be able to play all of them. There's Fire Breathing. Should have played Fire Breathing before that, because I could have drawn the Curse, which would have done damage. And I would have missed that 10 damage if I had drawn the Curse beforehand. That was a mistake. And no need to split, really. Although it's going to... I'm definitely going to be splitting before it shuffles more slimes into my deck, even if it does hit me, because I'm going to be drawing 5 cards here, so... just rip it, it's fine. And then here, I'm going to be doing a lot of damage. Definitely interested in feeding here. Feed is the bottom card. It's actually good. And I could have played the slimes, so that might actually do too much damage. A little bit by accident here. There we go, got the feed off. Leave Slime Boss with full health. It all worked out. So Fire Breathing hard carrying us there as expected. Well, that's why we took it. Reaper looks good. I have an Inflame Plus. Juggernaut also seems fine. I have a good Shrug and Warp Tongs. But yeah, take the Reaper. And we have Pantograph and Reaper and Preserved Insect. Didn't even mention that, but elites are no longer really threatening either. Can very comfortably take a Coffee Dripper, which prevents us from resting and gives us 4th energy. So a very solid start at the very least. Although we do now have this Fire Breathing in our deck, which is not doing a whole lot in most fights. Very sad. And this Avocado spitting in our face for taking Coffee Dripper. You thought you wouldn't need to heal. Allow me to deal 21 damage to you on the first floor of Act 2. Brutal. Feed making an appearance. Definitely looking forward to feeding here. There's a Reaper. A good turn. Yep. Can even take no damage there. Wow. And feed a bottom card again. That was actually kind of crazy. Twice in a row. And Warp Tongs hits the feed. I think it had to, or maybe it was 50-50. Feel No Pain's here. Definitely gonna click that. 2 months ago me and current me feel the same way about Feel No Pain. Boy, is that card good. Taking it without much thought in most runs. First copy at the very least. Fire Breathing and Feel No Pain in this fight are going to be really, really insane. Although we might not be able to feed then. Unfortunately. See how this work goes. Should not have played Inflame there. It's completely useless. He has 3 health. And then, yeah. That was bad. But it was probably impossible to defeat there, just because of the dazes. See, fire breathing a bit awkward there. And shop. Sadly have to pass on Prismatic Shard, or else we would have won the run immediately after purchasing that. But it is what it is. Just card move and pass. Strikes are unpickable here. Goodbye. Very sad. What a great mulligan there, wow. Excellent gambling chip there. Interesting turn. Didn't want to bash, it was a little bit too slow, I already just played a shockwave. So I decided to draw and find the Inflame for next turn. And Inflame's doing pretty good work here after I was talking a bit badly on it earlier. We have a Reaper and we got to upgrade it comfortably, so definitely happy to have this Inflame in our deck at this point. It's just worth noting that if you're in Act 1, it's not one of those cards you'd be like, wow, I'm clicking on that, I see Inflame, you know? Like, it should not be on the same level as Defragment or even Footwork. It's a solid card and it definitely can be good, but it's not that amazing. And certainly not a card that you feel like you need to find in order to win, or anything like that. Defrag can kind of feel that way. Got our first elite Book of Stabbing, and it is a baby Book of Stabbing. And keep the Curse even, because it actually blocks for me. Very cute. Second wind, yeah. Yeah, when the Ethereal exhausts the Curse with Feel No Pain, then it will block for you, of course. Definitely considering playing the Feel No Pain, or the Fire Breathing, and I do. Of course, the Book of Stabbing shuffles in wounds, so the damage can be pretty helpful. Decide not to second wind. Not entirely clear why, to be honest. And I decided to ditch the feed. That's way too much damage, and current me agrees with that. A little bit sad. Take an Impervious. Not the most amazing rare, but definitely not going to pass on that, especially with 4 energy and a Feel No Pain. Definitely keep the Feel No Pain here. This thing shuffles in and dazes. Could headbutt an Impervious. Or a Shrug. I think I would have done the Impervious in hindsight. Oh wow, that worked out. Slowly getting there against the Spheric Jardian. Already have fed, so no need to worry about that. Can get a Reaper back, but we're probably going to do too much damage here with the Daze. Nope, got there. Dazes are gone, of course. The Sentry died already. And we have a second wind, so this Power Through looks pretty good. And indeed, I take that. Got a Maul Bank. Giving us some gold. If you're coming up very soon to a forced shop and you already have some gold, definitely worth considering keying the Maw Bank, but if you can get a good amount of gold out of the Maw Bank, then definitely worth taking. All depends. Using our attack pot here, getting there against the red Slaver. Just want to make sure that one dies as soon as possible. Boy, does it hit hard. Good shockwave. Fire breathing once again, gonna do something here. So perhaps I was a bit too hard on fire breathing earlier. I mean, we're just getting all the good fights for it. If this was Gremlin later, I certainly wouldn't be saying that. We didn't find shows, and I certainly wouldn't have said that earlier also. Take a True Grit. Sure. And notably, that is our first way to exhaust attacks in our deck. And if we are going to go infinite with this drop kick and flash of steel, we do need to get rid of some attacks. So, doesn't appear to be necessary to go infinite. We have this power through second wind thing going on, which is very cool. And we have some strength. But we are fighting champ, so going infinite just to shore that fight up would be pretty nice. Champ can be tough. Big Reaper. But at this point, we're pretty comfortably getting through this act, I think, and we have a Pantograph, so the healing barely even matters anymore. There's a dual wield. Don't even need it, to be honest, but take it. And Apparitions would deal 48 damage to me, not interested in doing that. Have a lot of health, no need for that. Power through second wind. Yep. Could have dual wielded on the feed instead of just exhausting it like that. That way I have 2 copies of feed and I could perhaps draw it more reliably later. Perhaps a mistake. Considering if I want to Impervious, I suppose. And I should have played Flash first. Whoops. Past me noticed as well. Deciding between taking some damage or playing to defend there, but gotta kill this thing quick. It's gonna get out of hand soon. And in fact, I was probably trying to force the feed, but I couldn't quite get there. So I just play it. Especially because I'm going to draw more wounds anyway, and then it'll just die anyway. No need to go for it, that would be crazy. And Juggernaut is here. So just in case I'm not getting there on the infinite thing somehow, I'm also able to do Juggernaut plus second wind, power through thing. And do that. There's a Dark Embrace, there's no way I'm not clicking that, yep. And an upgraded Dark Embrace. Current me now appreciates, and I'm starting to remember this run now. This was the run where I have this True Grit in my deck that's unupgraded, trying to go infinite, and I didn't upgrade the True Grits, which allows you to target a card in your hand rather than exhausting a random card. And that difference can be huge if you are trying to get rid of all your attacks. You certainly don't want to exhaust the wrong card when you have a combo. If you happen to hit a combo piece, then you are out of luck. And so I do have this Warped Tongs, and I probably kind of get away with murder here. You see it's upgrading already over the dual wield there. And so perhaps past me didn't actually notice how big of a deal it was at this point to upgrade that True Grit. Or maybe I even thought it already was upgraded because it's always upgraded in my hand, but it's actually the Warped Tongs doing so. And so we'll probably see, I think this was the run that is the result of, or this is the run that resulted in my current need to upgrade True Grits whenever I take them. Because at the time, I knew it was good and all, but I wasn't respecting it quite as much as I should, I think. And so here I'm passing on purpose to make sure I get there on the infinite before it splits, because if it's splitting and doing a billion damage to me while I'm still trying to set up the infinite, that could be rather awkward. So just chilling. This Juggernaut's actually making things a bit awkward. Not a fan of that. And have to keep around Bash just in case it loses its vulnerable before I'm ready. Could just Reaper. No reason not to Reaper. Saving it just in case I take more damage, I guess. Doesn't seem necessary though. Play True Grit first, then I can power through Second Wind. Definitely keeping the feed around, but the Reaper can go for sure. Looks like I just get rid of the Second Wind or the power through now. Yeah, it's about time to start exhausting that card because I'm just about going infinite here. Already infinite here, it looks like. Yep. And so right on the split turn, we go infinite. And I have some strength going on, so it should be pretty quick. And so yeah, you see this True Grit targeting the cards in my hand. Very, very useful. And I think past me is going to realize that this needs to get upgraded. That's an easy offering. No thought here. That is an easy Philosopher's Stone. Velvet Choker is unpickable. Mark of Pain is worse than Philosopher's Stone in almost every deck. If not, just every deck. And this deck is strong, where we have Infinite Potential, we have Feel No Pain Dark Embrace, Second Wind and Power Through. We have Inflame and Reaper. We've just got all the like nice solid 2-card synergies that all go pretty well together as well. And here's where it starts to be a problem. If I dual wield to create more copies of unupgraded attacks that also draw cards, then I will be filling my deck with a billion cards that just are unupgraded and cycle themselves. At which point I will probably not be drawing the True Grit naturally, which means I won't be upgrading it with Warped Tongs. And it also means that if I do, I'll maybe have too many cards that are unupgraded for it to even hit the True Grit if I did draw it naturally. So current me is kind of watching past me, you know, standing in front of a train right now. It's coming, and he doesn't even realize it. Any of these fights could go horribly in the boss fights, if I need to go infinite and I can't upgrade this True Grit, so I have to be careful. Yeah, I already had enough energy with 4 energy, and my deck's pretty good. There's no need to upgrade the Dark Embrace there, even though it's usually rather good. Another Feel No Pains here, definitely clicking on that. And Abacus is here, past me correctly understanding the assignment. Abacus gains infinite block against the heart when you're doing the infinite. Every time you shuffle your deck, you gain 6 block. So, of course, when I have no cards in my draw pile, and then I have just either Flash of Steel or Dropkick in my discard pile, and I continue to play them over and over, I will reshuffle each time, therefore gaining basically 4 block, as the Beat of Death does damage. Another Flash of Steel's there. I'm probably going to click it, but it's actually wrong, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Definitely don't need another one. No need for that. Could have taken Deep Breath there. Would have been pretty good. 0 energy to cycle, basically. Could be upgraded to draw 2 as well. I've definitely gained more respect for Deep Breath than since this run. And you see Reaper's doing 13 damage there because we have Akabeko, which I didn't mention. I'll take a moment now to mention some relics. Akabeko is your first attack. Each combat deals 8 additional damage. Little red cow thing. And then a red skull next to that is when you're below half health, at or below half health. You have 3 extra strength in every fight. And then, of course, you find a Juzu bracelet, making it so that you cannot receive any combats in question mark rooms. Certainly not the greatest relic, but it's fine. And I was trying to feed there, but Abacus procced and also Fire Breathing procced, therefore dealt too much damage to the Spiker. Very sad. So I'm missing a lot of feeds this run, and you can tell by my mouse movements that I'm very frustrated. It happens to the best of us, and myself. And yeah, this Juggernaut's being pretty nice in the fights where we're not going infinite. Supplemental damage. And the True Grit again is upgraded here, so like, I still might not even realize that it's not actually upgraded. Pretty wild. Definitely need to draw this Dark Embrace. I'd probably play Feed just to get it out of my deck. It's unlikely I'll draw the Feed at the right time on a turn where it's tangible and without Fire Breathing, just killing it outright. So just rip it, it's fine. But once again, losing Feed here, although I think this one was never happening, probably. Unless I got obscenely lucky. We'll probably be able to kill this turn, even through the intangible. Got there. Got an Anchor. At the start of each combat, gain 10 block. That's very, very strong. And Mind Blooms here. Definitely gonna click the boss. Got a Jardian. Probably gonna get infinited. And so past me really wanted to make copies of Flash Steel and play them. That's what I was all about here. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it terrible? Is it good? Who cares? Playing a billion attacks is fun. That's what I was thinking. I can already tell. Because, like, I know I could just do the exhaust thing and go infinite, but I just wanted to play attacks. It's fun. Just Reaper. Probably not taking damage anytime in this fight. And then I do. Just take the damage though, it's probably fine. Oof, I try to draw towards block. I could have headbutted something on top, yeah. I just get a little bit greedy and I don't do that, and then took some damage. So whoops, but that's fine. Pretty awkward to not draw block there. It looks like I had True Grit, Second Wind, Power Through, Impervious all in my draw pile, and I didn't draw any of them. That's tough. Barricade would be pretty good here. And we did it, and we got to feed, thank God. And Pocket Watch is here as our rare relic. That's 3 common attacks, those are trash. Pocket Watch is whenever you play 3 or less cards in a turn. The next turn, you draw 3 extra cards that can be very, very powerful. Upgrade our offering. So again, not necessary at all, and not True Grits. Very scary. You fool. And found a bag of prep. At the start of each fight, draw 2 extra cards. Really, really good. Arguably the best common relic in a vacuum, and extra good with Gambling Chip, allowing us to discard 2 extra cards. if we feel like it. Definitely could have kept the pocket watch there, probably. Doesn't matter though if we found an offer. Copy a Reaper, just in case. Very scary. I just wanted to play a billion attacks yet again. I'm playing very undisciplined. I was having fun, it seems. And I probably felt like I was so strong there's no way I could possibly lose. Also, Hubris. We're watching Hubris right now. How could it possibly go wrong? Copy the feed. Sure. I remembered this time. Could keep up pocket watch. Again. This is a very long turn. Oh my god. Don't play that headbutt. I get to feed. I'm trying to upgrade a feed probably with the... Okay, we did it. No, not too greedy there, thank god. Could have tried to pass and upgrade with the warp tongs. That would have been maniac behavior. And transients here. And found a pair, by the way, 10 max health. Not very exciting. Juggernaut Impervious is a pretty good turn against this guy. Need to make sure we deal enough damage so that doesn't kill us, as dealing damage removes Transient's strength on that turn equal to the damage dealt. And perhaps looking to go infinite here so I can feed more. It is correct to kill Transient if you can, if you have feed or some other way to scale in your deck. Although it is extremely boring. Ooh, cute little play second wind and then put it back on top. I can respect that. I was not getting there. Current me was not getting there. It's not actually doing anything. It was wrong, but it was cool. I see. You just get rid of the feel no pain. I think past me was just not interested in using Pocket Watch at all. Totally reasonable. This fight is very tough to use it, and you have to do enough damage. So not saying it was wrong or anything. Can I get there fast enough? Brugrit on Headbutt. Could have done Bash. I mean, it has 4 vulnerable and only 2 turns left. So get rid of Bash, then Headbutt the True Grit back on top, then draw, then do it again. Would have been better. Getting a bit pedantic there, but it's definitely true. And last turn, can we do it? And we're off. And we get to feed. Excellent fight. So we got there against the Transient. for 4 health. It was all worth it. Delicious. Don't any of those cards. Definitely don't need strength right now. Why would we need that? Again, making more attacks for no reason. Could have made more feel no pains or whatever. But yeah, past me was having a great time playing as many copies of Flash of Steel as possible. And I love that for him. Get rid of sugar. Nope. And see it like right there. That could have hit something bad if that mattered at all. And there goes feed. Surely at this point, I'm like, oh god. You're a feed or a Reaper. Mm-hmm. Could have made more. Yep, there we go. I mean, this plan's working too, of course. It's not like the infinite thing is all we can do. Look at that. It's beautiful. Pass on those cards. This fight should be very easy. We have fire breathing. I could double feed here, perhaps, with dual wield. Let's see how it works out this time. I keep missing feeds this run, so we'll see how it works out. But just offering before playing the defend. I had 5 cards. 6 cards. Down to 5 after playing offering. Copy the feed. Looks good. Triggers might exhaust one. Pretty awkward. Didn't though. Should have played power through probably. Good second one, although it might kill the one on the right, and I notice. Good. Yeah, this one's probably just gonna die, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't play fire breathing. Huge. Okay, we got there. So that's a good fight. 140 health. We have Mango as well, 14 max health. So that's a lot of max health all of a sudden. Don't need a second wind. Already have enough. And we take our key as we have to. So going into Act 3, boss gauntlet with no upgraded true grids. And hopefully I learn to appreciate it. No armaments either. Could have helped. Have I even seen 1 armaments? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Pretty fascinating that you can go a whole run without even seeing a common. 1 time. But it definitely happens. It's just you don't really think about it, I'm sure. It's a lot easier to tell that you're not being offered, like, defragment than it is that you're not being offered, like, I don't know, perfected strike or something. Chilling, making some more Reapers just in case we take damage while setting up. Upgrading Thinking Ahead is actually bad. We want it to exhaust. So that's fine, but Warped Tongue's hitting Thinking Ahead is genuinely a downside. And it seems I'm thinking about Pocket Watch now, thank goodness. Dark Embrace is in play. Could have played a Reaper earlier just to see what I draw. Seems I'm taking this fight a bit more seriously. Don't want to play power through, it's kind of sus. Without the second wind, I mean. Just can't draw them together at this point. Make more flash steals. Huge. These wounds are a little awkward. Sure, it's fine. Could have headbutted something on top at any point. Not playing this fight amazingly, but playing it fine enough to win. There's no way this was ever going to be trouble for us anyway. Can't apply the vulnerable here, sadly. And this has an artifact charge. Should die this turn, certainly. Got there. Full health going into Wokebird. But this is a fight I'm probably interested in going infinite in. There's Offering. And so I think at this moment, I am beginning to appreciate the True Grit that's in my hand. I'm like, okay. I need this to get upgraded. Play my powers. And like I can't hit second wind. So I risk it, it's fine. But if that hit second wind, that would have been pretty awkward. Pretty awkward. And like this deck could have been tiny better as like copying Juggernaut multiple times and then just like playing power through second wind and all that. This deck is actually doing quite a lot, but if I'm trying to go infinite, then definitely True Grit's important. Pervious time. True Grit's in there. So I pass trying to let Warp Tongs draw it, or try to draw it naturally and let Warp Tongs upgrade it. So I'm being a lot more careful here. Very good. And I whiff, I hit defend. So I actually stop playing dual wield on Flash Steel that's unupgraded. So proud of myself. Just could put headbutts the True Grit on top and hope to draw it next turn and do the thing again. Not sure past me is appreciating how good the headbutt is here. That doesn't do anything. I meant to place second wind there, that was awkward. So I made a copy of headbutt by accident, which is actually really bad. Definitely was intended to just power through second wind there. But I upgraded the True Grit, so we're good. Got there. True Grit on strike. Shrug, power through second wind. Probably should have gotten True Grit back. Set up more attacks. It's not even vulnerable. Pretty awkward. Start making more Reapers, because I am going to take damage. I'm playing this fight pretty badly, actually. I have to say. But mainly it was the misclick on headbutts. Copying headbutt that made it really, really awkward. And then that one decision to not put True Grit back on top was also rather poor. Do not have a way to apply vulnerable. I just have to do Flash Steel, it's fine. So I can get rid of the drop kicks because vulnerable's gone. Yep. Should have just keep up Pocket Watch there after playing the Reaper. Take 2 would have been fine. Instead I just played some meaningless damage, and now I only have 5 cards in my hand. Definitely not good. Slowly but surely reaching infinite. And I think I'm probably gonna like copy Reaper a bunch of times to try to get out with at least some more health. Get on drop kick. It's hitting us for so much. 5 powers worth of strength plus the Philosopher's Stone. Get rid of the shrug finally. Yeah, this is already a slog to me, so I'm probably not interested in playing Reapers like all the way to full health. Especially because I'm going to heal for most of it anyway. And I have a Pantograph for the heart if I need it. See, I'm just going for it now. Tired of playing Reapers. Lose a little bit of health, it's fine. And there we go. And we did it. To thump, a deep pulsing dread. On to Act 4. Finally upgrade the True Grit. Immediately, I've come to respect the True Grit. And trash here. Bottle Flame's trash. Searing Blow is trash. Blood for Blood's trash. Havoc is trash. Another True Grit is here. Don't need it though. And Toolbox is fine. The only clickable thing here, pretty much. Other than card remove, of course. Goodbye, Strike. Surely I click the toolbox. It's arguably not good because it adds another card that I might have to exhaust later. It's Apotheosis. A common toolbox W. Probably should have taken the thing that puts Offering into my hand instead, actually. What's it called? The 0 cost search for a skill thing. Could have played Feel No Pain before Apotheosis. Good to upgrade though, I suppose. And yeah, I mean, not having Offering here was bad, so indeed. Mistake. Should have taken not Apotheosis and seeked for Offering. And I play that to gain block surely. Could have also used Power Potion here. I mean, they're not doing a lot for me in the heart, I don't think. Dark Embrace bottom card. Very sad. Make more Reapers. Could thinking ahead, put something on top. Put the burn back on top. Spicy. That's wrong though, definitely. I think I thought that I was drawing because thinking ahead usually would draw with the Dark Embrace, but it's upgraded so it didn't exhaust. And accidentally played 4 cards here. Huge mistake. I Pocket Watch, and now I'm taking 100 billion damage. Definitely, probably the biggest mistake I've made this run is playing 4 cards instead of 3 right there. Just like relative to how stupid it was. Yeah, should have drawn 3 extra cards here. Let's see what I would have drawn. Would have drawn a Reaper and a Bash. And defend. But you never know, you know? So, still gotta play 2 Reapers and get out with 68 health. And we have a Pantograph, so we're looking fine still. Take a Disarm. First Disarm. Very, very good against the Heart. It will block for quite a lot. It's a good looking hand. Impatience may draw cards. And indeed it does. Definitely Impatience first, right? Surely. Could also play my Power Potions, which I always forget about. Am I considering Pocket Watch? Nope. My hand is too full. Definitely need to rip this Power Potion, man. I know you're screaming at your monitor right now. Speed can go. Get a bit weird, but everything else is skills, which second one will hit, so I suppose. Then I'm like, I play dual wield just so I don't exhaust it, I suppose. And Barricade! That's a huge Barricade and another Dark Embrace. Sure. All that 94 block is getting retained. That's beautiful. Thank goodness I remembered. And look at that disarm timing. Wow, this fight's going well. I save the flash just in case I draw something so valuable that it's bad that I discarded it. Make more drop kicks. Second win my whole hand. And I mean, this went really, really well, because like I'm already there. Yep, already infinite. That was so fast. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And we've done it. Pocket Watch only drawing 15 cards, not the best. But Abacus gaining us 1,000 block, that's great numbers. Love to see that. And yeah, just a very solid run, showing the power of True Grit and the importance of upgrading it. Stay safe out there, kids, when you're doing your infinites. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.